Las Vegas shooting, Paddock placed cameras in hotel. Stephen Paddock, the gunman who killed 58 people and injured more than 500 in Las Vegas on Sunday, set up a number of cameras in and around his hotel suite. 2 cameras in the hallway and 1 in the peephole allowed him to see if law enforcement or security were approaching, police said. Officers are still trying to determine why Paddock, 64, opened fire on a concert from the Mandalay Bay Hotel. However, they do know there was a high degree of planning. The authorities in Las Vegas revised the death toll down from 59 on Tuesday evening, saying that one of the bodies was that of the gunman. Tales of heroism emerge from Las Vegas. Who are the victims? Pandemonium on the Strip. Clark County Sheriff Joseph Lombardo told reporters, "This individual was premeditated. Obviously premeditated, the fact that he had the type of weaponry and the amount of weaponry in that room. It was pre-planned extensively and I'm pretty sure he evaluated everything he did in his actions." Undersheriff Kevin McMahill suggested the attack may have stopped when Paddock was disturbed, shooting a security guard. The shooting, the worst in modern U.S. history, has sparked debate over U.S. gun laws, but President Donald Trump has said the discussion over what, if anything, needs to be done was not for now. Media caption how the horror unfolded, in 2 minutes. He earlier described Paddock as a sick man, a demented man. But a senior U.S. Homeland Security official, speaking on condition of anonymity to news agency Reuters, said there was no evidence of mental illness or brain damage. Nor have police found links to any foreign or domestic terrorist organizations. Were Las Vegas guns altered to fire more? Las Vegas shootings, is the gunman a terrorist? Paddock, who appears to have killed himself before police stormed his hotel room, had no criminal record and was not known to police. However, police found 23 guns in Paddock's hotel room, as well as firearms and explosives at his home. In total, across 3 locations, 47 firearms have been recovered, officials said. Photos from the hotel room of guns used in the attack have been obtained by Boston 25 News. Police still consider the woman thought to have been his girlfriend, Mary Lou Danley, a person of interest, he said, adding they were in conversation. Ms. Danley had been in the Philippines, but is now on her way back to the U.S., the Philippine Immigration Bureau spokeswoman told reporters on Wednesday. Guns used by Stephen Paddock in the mass shooting in Las Vegas on 1 October. Image copyright Boston 25 News. Image caption. Guns seen on the hotel room floor. The shooting has prompted calls for reform to U.S. gun laws. But Mr. Trump, who has been backed by the National Rifle Association, and spoke often of protecting the Second Amendment during his campaign, has tried to steer clear of leaning too far either way. After visiting Puerto Rico on Tuesday, he said perhaps that time will come for a debate. How Trump turned against gun control. Las Vegas shooting, what we know. Earlier, he had said, we'll be talking about gun laws as time goes by. Mr. Trump, whose position on gun control has changed over the years, gave no further detail. Mr. Trump also declined to call the attack domestic terrorism. Media caption What's Donald Trump said about guns and gun control? What do we know of the gunman? Paddock, a former accountant with a big gambling habit, lived in a community of senior citizens in the small town of Mesquite, northeast of Las Vegas. He reportedly shared his house there with Mary Lou Danley. Initially police had said she was in Japan rather than the Philippines and discounted her involvement. 19 firearms, some explosives and several thousand rounds of ammunition with electronic devices were found at the property. Suspected gunman, undated image copyright Paddock family. Image caption. Suspected gunman Stephen Paddock, undated image. Officers also found ammonium nitrate in Paddock's car. The chemical compound used in fertilizers can be a component of bombs such as that deployed in the 1995 Oklahoma City attack. David Famiglietti of the New Frontier Armory told the BBC that Paddock had purchased firearms at his store in North Las Vegas in the spring of this year, meeting all state and federal requirements, including an FBI background check. However, the shotgun and rifle Paddock bought would not have been capable of what we've seen and heard in the video without modification, Mr. Famiglietti said. The fast shooting rate audible in recordings of Sunday night's attack indicates that Paddock may have modified his guns with legal accessories to make them fire at speeds approaching those of automatic weapons. Media caption: How countries around the world introduced restrictions following mass shootings. Despite the large cache of weapons found in the killer's home, his brother, Eric, is struggling to accept that he acted in this way. He said he was in shock, horrified, completely dumbfounded. So-called Islamic State claimed on Monday to be behind the attack, saying Paddock had converted to Islam some months ago. But the group provided no evidence for this and has made unsubstantiated claims in the past. The FBI said it had found no connection to an international terrorist organization. Who was ex-accountant turned killer? How did the attack unfold? The final shows of the three-day Route 91 Country Music Festival were in full swing when the gunman struck. According to police, Paddock had booked into the hotel 4 days earlier, on 28 September, reportedly using some of Ms. Danley's identity documents. Las Vegas shooting, timeline. 72 minutes from shots fired to suspect down. 22:08. Police on the ground report shots fired. 22:14 Officer on 31st floor says shots coming from one floor above. 22:20 It's been a while since we heard any shots, one officer says. 22:27 Officer reports that a hotel security guard has been shot on 32nd floor. 23:20 SWAT teams enter gunman's room. They find one suspect down. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police recordings, Broadcastify.com. Getty. Media caption: A police scanner captures the moment police burst into gunman's room. Layout of typical suite in Mandalay Bay Hotel. Aside from the 23 guns found in the two-room hotel suite, Sheriff Lombardo said there were 10 suitcases. Thousands were enjoying a performance by singer Jason Aldean when the first of several bursts of automatic gunfire rang out, starting at 22:08 local time, 5:08 GMT on Monday. Las Vegas killer had cameras in hotel. Hundreds of shots were fired over the course of 9 minutes, according to police. Concert-goers scrambled for cover, flattening themselves against the ground, rushing for the exits or helping others to escape as Paddock sprayed the site from his high vantage point. The fake photos shared after tragedies. What the witnesses saw. In pictures, Vegas shooting. It is thought he moved between two windows in his suite as he carried out the attack. A specialized SWAT police team later stormed the suite to find Paddock shot dead. Minutes before, a hotel security guard was injured when Paddock fired through the door. Las Vegas killer had cameras in hotel.